Do you know how to check that a specific application is working correctly in different browser sizes? Or better said, do you know how to do this in Cypress? If you do, stick to the end of the video. I will show you a really nice trick. If you don't, stick to the end of the video as well, because you still want to see the nice trick that I'm about to show you. So we have here just a really simple test where we visit a page. Sorry, I'm a little bit hungry, so I want some Mr. Beast burgers. Mr. Beast, if you're hearing this, please sponsor the channel or subscribe. So, but jokes aside, so we visit one page and then we check that on that page a specific button is present, and in this case it is actually the order button. So let's see how this looks. We can run it on Chrome. If you're asking yourself why do I have Webkit, I will post a link in the description. Why do I have Webkit here? But coming back to our test, so we want Chrome, we want to start our test, and we have only one spec file to make things easier to understand and to follow. And this test opens the page, as I mentioned, and checks if this button is there. Now, it may be that in certain sizes, on certain device screens, this button is not visible for some specific reason. And the question is, how can we check multiple screen sizes easily in Cypress? Now, the first hint would be to have a look here. We have something like a ruler. And if we click here and we read it, we have um, some info that we can use something called ci.viewport. Now, what does this ci.viewport do? Well, let's have a look. So we do ci.viewport. And what does ci.viewport do? Well, it actually controls the size and the orientation of your screen. You have two different ways of doing it. Way number one, if you know the size, so the height and the width of the monitor or the device that you want to check, you can already type it here. So let's do 6040 per 480, really popular size in the 90s based on resolution. And the screen should go, yep, it changed. Perfect. And we have not only the possibility of doing custom ones, we also, in case we know the device screen, we also can do or can select from a specific or from predefined list of views. Let's do iPhone X. And as you can see, it works there as well. Now, how would this look if we had 10, 5, 50 viewports? You could try and do one test for each, but that is in the end kind of tedious work. Now, let me show you a way how you can do this really easy and really scalable. So under the describe block, I added something which in essence works like a loop, a definition of a for each loop. So I did Cypress underscore dot underscore each, and here I defined some screen sizes. Now, it would be interesting to see if I do 480 or they do 640, 480. So I have 4 defined, and if I take this viewport and I do ci dot viewport, you can actually name it whatever you want. I just name it viewport so that it's clear what it does. And I copy this. And when we run our tests, let's see what happens. So we have 4 test runs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the last one, it actually fails. Of course, it failed because it didn't like the format that we provided. So we can only use the predefined formats. So if we have a look again on the not fail tests, we can see when we reached the area that we wanted to check, the size changed. For some reason here it doesn't change, but if we run again the test, we can see that the size changes based on the test. It happens in only a second, but it does change. We can, of course, if we want to double check that it changes, we can just do like a ci.screenshot, and then do ci.screenshot. We would, with the application, would make a screenshot of the page after it performs the action. However, here we need to be a little bit more careful because the ci.screenshot usually takes a screenshot of the whole page if we don't give it additional um, parameters. We can just let it finish. Okay, it finishes, everything went red, no problem. And if we have a look in our screenshot section, we can see that we had different screen sizes. Now, what I was mentioning that you need to stick up or to stick until the end, there is a way, and I have a separate video about this, how you can actually copy all of this code without me having to create a repository, without you actually typing the code. You can copy paste the code with a really nice Chrome extension. So you can have a look. I'll post this video into the description, but you can have a look there that shows you how you can copy basically code from any video in less than 5 minutes. So there you have it. This was how you can do, or how you can master the testing of applications in Cypress in different viewports. And as always, thank you for watching the video, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Have a good one, and bye bye.